Hopefully you can understand me. Okay, removing something. Beef is lagging. Okay, we're gonna have TaeJa starting in the top left hand corner as the red Terran. I like this. I'm not sure how it's called, this tag, I guess we can say. Kind of looks like Monster Energy drinks. Maybe the EGTL Alliance going up to the next level, sharing sponsors, who knows. And Socke gonna be starting in the bottom right hand corner. This is Akinon's way, so although I do like some of the things that Socke did in the previous game, he's gonna have to play a lot better if he wants to take a beast like TaeJa down. And TaeJa is actually gonna go for a depot by the ramp here, so not playing greedy at all so far. This should be followed up by a barracks. And TaeJa asking what the third map is, a bit surprising here. If I were him, I would be focused on the 2-0. And it is Cloud Kingdom. Socke answering. Socke gonna go for the 13 gate here. Will he scout this time? I'm pretty sure he won't. But you never know. Okay, it does not look like he will scout just yet. In the previous game, he went for gas at 15 and then followed up with the second gas at 16. Which is a bit... I mean, I guess you can take your 2 gases before your cybernetics core, but usually you see players taking both of them at once. Just recently we've seen Koreans starting to do that, where they take one at 15, one at 16. But yeah, I was surprised when I saw... Okay, he's gonna do the same. When I saw Socke do that last game, I really thought it was gonna be core and then second gas, but no. He likes to take both of his gases before his core here. He's gonna have a lot of... When you do that, you're gonna have a lot of options, because you can mine as much as you want from those 2 gases. You can do 2+1, 2+2, 2+3, or 3+3. In which case you can really decide how much gas you're gonna be gathering early on in the game, and then from there you can decide if you go for a gas heavy build, like say a Stargate plus a very quick sentry to use some hallucination or something, or if you just do 2+2, you can just make a sentry, make a second Nexus, get a mothership core, and then start your warp gate. So lots of options for Socke. He's gonna do 2+2 so far in this game, 15 probes on the minerals. He's gonna start a Zealot. He might cancel it. He started the Zealot very late. Usually when I start your Zealot just after your cybernetics core, so they line up perfectly. I think Socke wants to expand very quickly here. You see, he's rallied the probe. I think he was gonna cancel the Zealot most likely. If TaeJa can identify this, he's gonna block. Oh, he does identify it. He's gonna be moving back to the expansion. Oh, he let the probe go by. He just attacked. He could have blocked here for so long. And TaeJa, in the meantime, he started a factory. Hey, okay, so TaeJa can block indeed. And Socke did not end up cancelling his Zealot because of that. I think if the SCV had stayed in the main and the probe was able to get to the expansion without the SCV being around, I think Socke would have cancelled the Zealot and made the Nexus. But because of all that, Socke did not end up cancelling his Zealot. He's going to get a good scout in the main of Socke, seeing exactly how many... Well, I guess he's going to see that maybe there is 4. No, he does see that there was only 2 on this gas. This one has 4. Socke needs to fix that ASAP. Socke finally getting his mothership core. He's going to start a second Nexus. And TaeJa actually goes for a very quick starport in this game. He's not going to start a command center before. He's been pumping out Marines out of the 1 barracks for a while. And he does not choose to go for a quick reactor or anything. So this is pretty much the old school quick medivac build where you have a couple Marines, 1 medivac. And usually in Wings of Liberty you had Hellions. But this time TaeJa is going to have mines instead. And because he didn't make a command center before doing this, this is gonna hit very early, like 7 minutes before, just before 7 minutes. He might be able to drop in the main, attacking the expansion at the same time. And if Socke is not ready, if he does not have detection well placed, if he does not micro-rally, if he makes a single mistake, he's going to lose a lot of workers and fall behind here. TaeJa starting the command center behind this. The thing is, Socke does not scout. So he's probably expecting TaeJa to play a very defensive style in the start of the game, just like in the previous one, but that's not going to be the case. TaeJa, he might have noticed that Socke did not scout in the first game. He's not scouting in the second game. He might be able to punish him. Look at this, using the boost as the medivac comes out. This is going to hit so early. We are at 622. And Socke, well, I guess he has a photon overcharge. He's going to use the approach where he basically photon overcharge the expansion if there is units around here, and use the units in his main to defend the main. But, oh, he's actually starting a cannon very early on here. And TaeJa is gonna hit the natural with all of his units, making Socke use the photon overcharge, not losing a single marine so far. He has to go all the way around. Oh, he's actually gonna step inside the range. Nice force field by Socke. Okay, the photon overcharge does do some damage to the medivac here, and the cannon is well on its way here. Where he's picked up only one mine. He's left the one by the expansion. TaeJa burrowing the one mine in the main. He's going to detonate on only one zealot. Those marines stacking on those sentries head on. An immortal is gonna have to say something about this. And this did not do any damage, to be honest. Great defense here by Socke, who's going to find himself on 35 probes to 28 SCVs. And I think he's going to be ahead behind this. I mean, TaeJa, he has a natural. He did get those very quick medivacs. Where is he getting a tech lab on his starport, by the way? Okay, he's going to swap it with his barracks. TaeJa, he has his second orbital, but yeah, like I said, 8 walkers difference. It's not bad at all at this point in the game. And Socke is going to go into a Twilight Council again. He's going for the +1 first before the armor is added on 2 extra gates. So he's going to be up to 3 gates. He actually made those gates very, very late here. He went for 1 gate, 1 forge, 1 robo, and then made the cannon in the main. Pretty ambitious build. Socke getting a cannon behind his natural as well. TaeJa, he's just going to be pumping out some bio for the moment. He's sending out an SCV. Not going to be taking a third just yet. And engineering bay only coming down now, so that's definitely one of the big weaknesses of TaeJa's build right now. Since he went for that very quick medivac play and then he made the command center, he never had really any room to make that engineering bay like you would usually when you go for the standard build as Terran. And Socke is actually going for a Dark Shrine here. I think he wants to drop some Dark Templars. He's making a Warp Prism. He already has a pylon in position to warp Dark Templars in advance. But look at TaeJa, he's going to drop very soon. He has 8 marines inside his medivac. Socke might not be able to see it on time. He does have the photon overcharge ready by the expansion, but I think he's going to get dropped in the main. If TaeJa, oh, he's going to go into the expansion. I think TaeJa, okay, he sees the mothership core. Wow, he's actually going really far out. Photon overcharge is being used. Target fire on the medivac. Oh, he's barely going to get away. Dropping in the main now. But Socke is across the map. He wants to attack, but there are mines, there is tanks. He has to... Oh, actually, he's not being careful right now. SCVs are being pulled off the line at the expansion of TaeJa. He's ready to repair. Socke realizes he might have to pull back to defend against this. And he's actually... Socke has been warping a couple units, but I mean, 1 Stalker and 2 Zealots will not do too great against all these Marines. And TaeJa is going to pick up and draw... Oh, the Stalker! The Hero Stalker does get the kill on the medivac. And those Marines are going to be trapped in there. In the meantime, Socke wants to warp in some DTs in the main of TaeJa. He's actually going to warp those outside of the main. He's probably anticipating there is a depot here, which lots of Terran do. And Socke is... He did not choose to go and kill those free Marines, basically. TaeJa has been pumping out a lot of units. He does not have any scan. He just used both of his mills. TaeJa is going to find himself in a lot of trouble here. Socke is going to split his Dark Templars, 1 in each base. I'm not sure why he left with the... I guess he's expecting a Viking. He just left with the Warp Prism here. 3 Dark Templars, much better than 2, I think. Because you can really force more scan out of your opponent. And if he does not have scan, like TaeJa does not right now, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Socke trying to pick off the engineering bay here. TaeJa transferring everything to his main. He's going to start a couple turrets. Oh, he does have one by his wall, and he lured the DT next to that turret. He was able to get rid of it. Now all he needs is 1 scan to get rid of the 1 Dark Templar in the main. And then he will have repelled this Dark Templar harass by Socke. Yeah, TaeJa is actually tanking damage, not to lose his engineering bay. Ooh, the Dark Templar not getting away. Socke is going to start a 3rd base here. And, well, he should definitely fix this rally, because he's been there for a while. Socke moving across the map. He's feeling maybe confident to get into a fight. He does know that there is tanks, and those are not great units to move around the map with, being a siege and all. But the thing is, Socke's army is not all that big. He's on 54 army supply. TaeJa is on 65. I think Socke is going to want to drop maybe 1 more Dark Templar. No, he actually just leaves 1 inside the 3rd base of TaeJa. And he has 1 by the 4th base. He wants to make sure that TaeJa does not expand too easily here in this game. And Socke is just going to pull back for the moment. He's going to go into double forge. He's actually getting Colossus, so he's not expecting heavy mech play, against which Colossus is not nearly as good. He's expecting bio play. He knows that those tanks were just merely support to those bio units, not to die to anything funky, really. And I like this defense. TaeJa leaving 2 mines and a couple marines over there where Warp Prism might fly. And he's gonna move across the map for the moment. Where's the tanks? Okay, they're falling behind a little bit. Socke is 1-1 right now. TaeJa is 1-0 only. Socke is actually about to have +2 attack here. In only a couple seconds, he's gonna have +2 attack. But I think TaeJa does not want to let that happen. He's gonna attack before no thermal lens was completed. And Socke, he has 2 immortals, but he needs a couple of zealots to tank here. He's gonna lose a lot of those units. Even if Socke holds here, if he loses too much, he's gonna find himself in a lot of trouble. Those immortals taking a lot of damage. They've lost mostly their shields so far, and the Colossi almost dying here. The Colossus, sorry, almost dying in this action. Yeah, the 3 immortals actually just lost a little bit over their shield. They didn't lose the actual hit points, or just a little bit of them. So that was a great haul by Socke. He's gonna find himself about 40 supply ahead of TaeJa right now. And the Dark Templar is gonna have to say something about this third base, starting to slice up a couple mules and SCVs. Getting 1 more SCV now even. And TaeJa, he's added on a couple extra barracks. He started +2 attack, +2 armor, but I mean Socke, he already has Colossus tech. He's gonna go into charge behind this. He's starting level 3 ground weapons. If he goes into Templar and Archons here, he's going to be in a great position to maybe finish this game and equalize the score against TaeJa. Another turret gonna go down in the third base of TaeJa here. A couple SCVs taking a rest. TaeJa actually flying his factory onto his expansion here. Not sure why. Maybe he wants to get an add-on for a second starport, but he's only on 5 barracks. Oh, TaeJa might be caught out of position here. Very ambitious Stalkers blinking forward here, trying to target fire on some of those units. The Colossus are gonna have to be pulled back, and Socke actually losing both of his Colossus. Maybe fighting a little bit too eagerly here. Nice snipe by TaeJa, but I mean he's 50 supply behind, and so so I think Socke was right-clicking on it. This does not work anymore. You need to actually press A and then target on those rocks. Socke does take down the rocks. Will he move in for the kill? I think he will. I think he realizes. Oh no, he does not. He's very far ahead on supply right now. 78 army supply to 40. And TaeJa only has the 1 lone tank that might get sniped very quickly if Socke moves in onto this third base of TaeJa. Templar Archives is on the way in 4th base as well. Second robo will go down for Socke. I think he might just wait for those upgrades. If he can get 3-2 just right before attacking and a couple of Archons. If there are no ghosts out on the field, TaeJa is just going to get crushed in the next fight. And TaeJa, he wants to go for the Doom drop here, but Socke is going to be able to identify that. He might be able to pick off one of those medivacs. TaeJa ends up dropping some of those units to help cover the retreat of those medivacs. And Socke, nice blink down again, sniping off 1 more of those medivacs. Socke is now 60 supply ahead. 90 army supply to 48. And TaeJa is in a world of trouble in this second game. Socke transferring lots of probes to his force base. Oh my god, his economy is going to be so sick. 79 probes. About 2,000, I guess 1,900 income for the moment, whereas TaeJa is on 2,000, but I guess he just used a bunch of mules. He actually has quite some energy saved up. TaeJa, he went into a lot of barracks here. Only 2 of those have reactors. He's going to have 6 tech labs overall, so he's going to do a very Mauler heavy composition here. And he started to go the Ghost Academy. He's expecting Templar play out of his opponent, and we have a medivac sneaking all around the map here, trying to maybe drop into this force base of Socke to snipe a couple probes if it can. But I guess Socke could just warp some units, but he's almost maxed. He has to be careful. He might end up losing a lot here, and TaeJa is just going to drop the 1 lone Marauder by this 1 base over here. 2 more. Oh, 2 medivacs. Very cute move. Does Socke know? I think he knows. I think he saw this go by, so he prepared a couple of Stalkers. TaeJa has to be very careful. One of those medivacs is going to take a bunch of damage here. And Socke is going to move onto this 1 drop over here to try and snipe it as well. But TaeJa sees it immediately. He's going to try to pick off 1 Zealot and then maybe pick up and leave. He has to be careful. Hey, we don't actually have Stalkers on this side. So the 2 medivacs here are going to wait. TaeJa, he scans. That's so smart. He wanted to make sure there was nothing that could kill this 1 medivac. He saw that was not the case, and now he's gonna drop into the force base. In the meantime, units were dropped over here by TaeJa on this bottom left hand side of the map. I think he's gonna pick up and maybe dropping them in a bit later on. Oh, and the medivac does fall here, so nice defense by Socke, not losing too much here, but nice harass by TaeJa, trying to buy himself some time. Yeah, those mines definitely can be removed now, and this poor SCV is going to be blocked here until the end of time. It's like in Game of Thrones. that one guy who was stuck and whose only option was to jump down and suicide. Sadly for the SCD, cannot. Anyway, TaeJa killing one more probe here. Gonna get the Templar as well. Oh, you have to be careful. Socke really on the hunt for all those medivacs right now. And I don't know how much this guy has lost against medivacs recently, but it seems to be all he cares about right now, defending against those medivac drops. And Socke is actually not really eager to fight in this game. He's maxed out. He has better upgrades than TaeJa, but still, he does not attack. And he's letting TaeJa come back. I don't know why TaeJa is moving out right now. He has 3-3 about to finish. He might get engaged against a 3-3 army of Socke. And yeah, he's gonna get engaged. He does not have all that many ghosts. He uses a couple EMP. He has a couple of Vikings dealing with this Colossi. But I mean, 3-3 against 2-2. Socke crushes TaeJa completely, and GG is called. 1-1 is going to be the score.